Good afternoon from Heindel Motorcycle Sales, Eaton, Ohio. So a few weeks ago we talked about doing a side-by-side comparison and showing you the differences between a 2007 Ural Tourist LX on the right and a 2019 Ural CT on the left. Pardon the wind noise, we finally got the opportunity today to go ahead and do this video. So the wind's blowing a little bit, so if the audio's off a little bit, so be it. I want to show you these beautiful machines side by side. Again, on the right is our 2007. This is a Ural Tourist LX model. We sold this machine new back in 2007, had the opportunity to bring it back in. Has very low miles on it, and of course this machine is available for sale. We'll go ahead and mention that to start with. $97.95 on it, and the CT on the right there, 2019 Ural CT with silver engine. I don't remember the exact price off the top of my head, but we're going to be looking at, looks like about $18,000 on it. So those are the pricing there that we talk about. CT starts out at $14,999, and then of course the two-tone is a $1,500 option from the factory. So that gives you an idea on pricing. So we're comparing the 2007 Tourist LX to the 2019 Ural CT. And both of these units do have the silver engine. You do see the difference in the engine there. You see the valve cover. Of course, 2019 they made a change to the top end, went to bigger jugs, fins on the jugs I should say, extra cooling capacity. Fins on the heads are bigger, so the valve covers look a little bit different. You can see there side by side. The other big difference is the Tourist model that they used to offer. Ural used to offer what they call the Tourist model. It is a single wheel drive, but it does have 19-inch wheels, whereas on the left here you see the CT has your 18-inch wheels. The tires on the Tourist LX model, those are the Ural Sheena tires. They were the Russian tire. Those are no longer produced, no longer available. And then the CT, of course, runs the Heidenau K28 sidecar tire. Appearance-wise, very similar. Sheet metal parts, almost identical. Fact is, I would say sheet metal parts probably are identical as far as fit and whatnot. The paint, it's a very good match. Keep in mind, the one here on the right was probably painted in late 2006. And of course, the one on the left we do know has a production date of July of 2019. So, you know, 12 years difference. Well, probably 12 and a half years, I guess. 12 and a half years difference since this is now September. And like I said, this one was produced in July of 2019. So, very good match on the paint, almost identical. And of course, you see, folks will talk about quality of the Russian motorcycles. Yes, this Tourist LX has been driven. It does have low miles on it, and it was garage kept and well cared for. So when you take care of the stuff, you know, and don't get them in the salt and whatnot, this is how they hold up cosmetically over time. You can see, we'll bring it in here real close. We didn't clean all the bugs off of it. Fact is, Dave may have been out riding this today. I don't know. He was selling some bikes earlier, so we've been swamped around here lately, which is a very good thing. 2019's really taken off, so. You see the metal flake there in the blue and in the silver. And like I say, that is identical to over here on the CT, 2019 CT. Same blue metallic, same silver metallic. Very good looking color, very sharp color. And you'll see here in 2000, and I believe it was 2013, they changed to the twist style fasteners for the tonneau cover and for the windscreen. Whereas they used to use the leather straps with the welded loops. And the issue you'd run into here, this is metal painted. Eventually these are going to chip off, so that was a problem over time, and it could be a rust point. So it's a lot better system that they're using nowadays, and you see it does have the little buttons here. On the Tourist LX model, they used a high back seat. Extra padding there in the bottom. You can still get those seats and put those in your 2019 or, you know, even any of the model years really. And this has the taller windscreen. You see there with the chrome straps. And the CT now is of course running the short windscreen, available in clear or smoke. Comes standard with the clear. And this one here just came out of the crate the other day. We haven't done the final PDI on it, pre-delivery inspection, but it's just about everything is ready to go on it. It hasn't been finally cleaned to be put on the showroom floor. We do have one of these as well in the showroom that has a black engine, BLACK Powertain. Of course, that's a $1,000 option. And we'll step back here so you can get a a different view of the two machines side by side, how good they look. Of course, the Tourist LX does have a that is a National Cycle deflector screen. You see on there mounted to the handlebars, 2-point attachment system, works very well. 2007 models, they did go with the 7/8 handlebars, so that's why that's able to work on there. Still running 7/8 bars, of course. A lot of the parts are now blacked out rather than being chrome. They quit doing chrome several years ago, went to stainless steel. This is of course still chrome. You see it's very good quality, smooth, very smooth chrome there. And a couple pits here and there, it is 2007 of course. And it had the chrome exhaust, chrome side cover. This gentleman, you may see in our other video, we do have a video out there of the Tourist LX doing an overview, and he's made his own little battery cover out of sheet aluminum there. Kind of looks cool. Blends it in. Chrome air box, that's the way it came standard. Chrome gas cap. Of course, you see in 07 they were using a stick-on. That is a sticker there for the Ural logo, whereas now they're a raised aluminum stick-on letter. Kind of a different appearance here. Of course, these should actually be, we should do these in black. This is the way they came in from the factory. But you do see here, see how it's a raised letter there. Of course, you see the key and throttle bodies. Large catalytic converter down underneath, and stainless steel exhaust. And you see we do have the bench seat. That was the standard seat on this 07. And other differences, of course, we told you about the 19-inch wheels versus the 18-inch wheels. The other thing to note about the wheels, these are steel, chrome-plated steel wheels, whereas the new ones are aluminum. They switched to aluminum rims sometime back, I believe 2010, if my memory serves me correct. There's been a lot of changes and upgrades, so kind of hard to keep up with from memory, but pulling from memory, 2010 they went to aluminum rims. These are the old steel rims. Took a lot to get them balanced out, get everything trued up on the steel rims, so the aluminum rims are a lot better for that, but for the old school look, steel was the way to go. And in this machine you see down there, it does have the deep extended oil sump. The gentleman had added that to give himself an extra quart of oil capacity. Whereas the new unit on the 2019 does hold 2.8 liters, so you're almost the same oil capacity from the factory, from the get-go, without having to add an extended sump or anything like that. So, of course, sidecar body is the same, exact same from the 7 to the 19. Minor changes, you will see the trunk on this one. You see there's no lock. 2007 did not have a lock. Buzz over here to the 2019 and you'll see there you do have a key lock. Now you don't have to lock this. You can leave it unlocked most of the time, but if you're in a parking lot or something, you have some cargo in there, you want to lock it up. Of course, the neat thing about the Ural motorcycle is so many people don't even know how to get into the trunk, so you don't have to worry too much about your stuff getting stolen. That's always great. And of course you see the differences in the, we mentioned the high back seat over there on the 2007 versus the, this is the standard seat for the 2019. It does have the storage underneath. And of course, as you know, if you're familiar with the Ural motorcycles, you see you do have the European style, BMW style, powerlet style, however you want to refer to it, power outlet there. That's a smaller unit that you have to get a converter to put it to the standard SAE style, cigarette lighter style Whereas this on the 07, that is the standard plug that came with it. And of course that is your cigarette lighter style size plug. So I guess if you've got powerlet style stuff, you're going to need to get an adapter to go the other way if you purchase this 07. So it's just never perfect. And you see here on the back we do have the LX badging. This unit did come standard with the spare wheel. It didn't, however, come with the chrome luggage rack. That was an option that was added by the previous owner. And of course this unit came standard with the interior panels. So almost seems like I'm drawn to concentrating on the 2007 more than the 2019 Ural CT. I guess I'm a little partial to that 07. Again, that was one that we sold new, and you see the again there's a side view of the blue and silver. Same blue and silver, still being produced today. The lines on the paint are very crisp. And you'll notice on the, if I get down here and look from the side, pardon that old crusty 2000 SV650 sitting over there. Got to take it out for a ride here in a little bit. Again, we do have the nose on the 07 does sit higher, and it is a different sidecar frame. There was a cast unit that was mounted, whereas now they've streamlined their production, which has made it nice. Same clamp on the front as on the back. Well, not on the CT, but on the gear up models it does use the same. So on your gear up model, this from this split here that sleeves in, this is identical front and rear. Same piece, same part number, everything. And of course that fits on the gear up model as well. And some of you may or may not know, but the sheet metal parts are all the same. CT on CT and gear up. So just because it's two-wheel drive doesn't mean that you know, on a single-wheel drive that the sheet metal parts won't fit. So if you're ever out there and you're shopping for used parts or something, say you want to replace your sidecar fender, you can get a sidecar fender from a CT or from a gear up or from a Patrol for that matter, all the same. So that's just a note there. Sidecar tub is also identical. It is the same sidecar tub. We've had folks say, no, it's different. It's different from a two-wheel drive to a one-wheel drive. Well, no, the sidecar tub itself is not different. The sidecar frame is different. So that's where the difference comes in there. And if you're ever curious as to how I know that all the sheet metal parts are the same, stop in the shop. Be glad to fill you in on that. Can tell you all kinds of good stuff. So again, fenders are identical, tanks identical, side covers identical, and of course attachment points haven't changed a whole lot as far as the side covers on the frame go. You see here this side cover clamps onto the frame there, and the frame underneath the seat. Same deal over there on the CT. There's been a small change to the battery. The battery is no longer a left-handed post. It's a right-handed post on the 2019 models. They made a change there to make it easier, supposedly, to install the battery. It takes us about the same amount of time. It's a little bit safer. There were guys that were unhooking the positive before unhooking the negative, and of course then inadvertently shorten some sparks around. So never a good thing. Always want to try to keep everybody as safe as possible, but as you know, nothing is 100% safe. So, of course, right there is the 2019 Ural CT. Two-tone custom, blue and silver. And on the left, of course, is the 2007 pre-owned Tourist LX that we did sell new here at Heindel Motorcycle Sales, Eaton, Ohio. Of course, that rig used to reside in Indianapolis. Probably did some tailgating at Colts events, I would guess, or Colts games. Not a football fan myself, but I do understand a similar color there. So, pardon the yellow post. Don't want to walk into that. And other differences on the sidecar frame, as we were talking about the mounting point there being the same as the gear up model, the way that slides in. We'll look at do a close up here on the sidecar frame. You'll see they used to all have this big cast portion. That's a large unit of cast welded on there like so. I think that's cast. Looks cast, feels cast. I think I remember those being cast. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, it was a heavier steel unit, and you see how they had it some room there for the valve cover to clear. And they've since made some Some changes and modifications you'll see here. This is of course the 2007 model. Looking clearance between the valve cover and the sidecar body. And then we'll slide over here on the left and we'll take a look. You'll see clearance is about the same. The CT is a little bit wider track. And of course with the Heidenau K28 flat profile tires, it does corner a lot better. Speaking of tires, we've seen issues, or not issues, but the comments of tire wear come up. They are motorcycle tires, rear motorcycle tire. I personally, on my regular bikes, if I'm not traveling, if I'm riding around, I get between 5,000 and 6,000 miles out of a rear tire. If traveling, you know, you can get upwards of 9 or 10. I have gotten more than that, but that does pretty well burn them up. Same deal on these, on the rear tires. You're looking at 5,000, give or take. 5,000 miles, give or take, is not uncommon. No, there's not something wrong with your bike if you're burning through a K28 Heidenau sidecar tire on the rear of the motorcycle in 5,000 miles. That's just the nature of the beast. The more starting you do, the more stopping you do, the more turning you do. Turning is the big thing. Eventually we'll do a video where we can show that you know, you can slide the rear end around pretty easily, and that of course cheese grates your tire off. And it also depends on the riding surface that you're running on. Out in the western states you do have the chip seal interstate pavement, you know, where they pea gravel and whatnot. That will eat the tires a lot quicker. So like I say, 5,000 miles give or take, not uncommon on a rear motorcycle tire. Nothing to be concerned with there. Sidecar wheel's going to last forever. Front's going to last a long time. Shouldn't say forever on a sidecar wheel because nothing is forever, but nonetheless it will last a long time. You'll go through several rear tires before you need to worry about the sidecar tire. If you're handy in your garage with a set of tire irons, you can always take and swap and rotate your tires around on the rims if you choose to do that. Get you some extra life out of them. You know, the budget gets a little bit tight, the motorcycle budget's tight, and you can't afford to buy some tires right away. You can always do that if you're getting low on the rear. Go ahead and put that tire out on the sidecar, and then put the sidecar tire on the rear of the bike. You could actually, if you wanted to, you could swap the whole wheel, just change the brake disc. That works fine. And of course on the 07, we do have the drum brakes. Drum brake on the back, drum brake on the sidecar, disc on the front. So the sidecar wheel and the rear motorcycle wheel are the same as the spare wheel there. See, just like a magnet, I'm back over here looking at this 07 again. It's just so beautiful with the chrome. Very good condition machine. Valuation on used ones. How do we set a valuation for sale price? Well, you know, the better condition it is, the higher the price is going to be. The lower the mileage, the higher the price is going to be. We get folks that'll look on, you know, try to pull up an NADA valuation or a Kelly Blue Book. Well, you know, Ural sidecar motorcycles, there's just not a bunch of them out there. So it's hard for an entity like the NADA or the, you know, KBB to set a fair valuation. So always keep that in mind when you're shopping for a used machine. Of course, as I've mentioned before, when we get them in used, we always check them out fully. You know, everything has been gone over to make sure that it's ready, serviceable, ready to go. If there's any, you know, issues or anything like that that can be run, but are going to need some attention in the future, we would of course tell you about those as well. Or if we've done, you know, engine work or something like that to them, we never hesitate about disclosing that information. We want you to have the all the information in order to make the most educated decision possible that you can. Again, both of these units are available. We had a pending deal on a couple of the 2019 CTs. I had some folks waiting to see the one with the black engine, one with the silver engine, and you know, some of those deals may work out, may not work out. So, but again, both of these are currently available. $18,169, I believe, on the 2019 Ural CT. Let's see, that'd be $14,499 or $14,999 2019 price plus the $1,500, and then of course plus your inbound destination. I'll be glad to work you up a direct quote, out the door price. If you're in Ohio or if you're out of state, wherever you are, just let us know. Send us an email, give us a call. Glad to work with you. Of course, we've been selling, a little bit about us, we've been selling the Ural product. As I mentioned before, we sold this 2007 brand new. We've been selling these since December of 2006. So we've been around the Ural product for quite some time. Know the ins and outs of them. You know how to be successful, we hope, with it. And of course, we always like to say, you know, when you're shopping for a motorcycle, always check out the dealership as well, whether it be our dealership or whether it be somebody else's dealership. Make sure you do your research. We'll take on any project with these as far as it goes with the newer ones. I can do a full in-house transmission rebuild. Final drive rebuilds is not uncommon to have done on the older ones. You know, if you have guys that take them off-road or something like that, need new seals, new gear set, whatnot, we can put those in for you. And then, of course, we have all the proper tooling. What tooling is really needed? Not a whole lot, but anyway, we can do a full engine rebuild, not a problem. Very easy to do that. Of course, you see on the 2019 there on the left, it does have the stainless steel exhaust. That's a full stainless steel system. And then on the right, with the 2007, it has the chrome exhaust. Of course, new unit comes with a 2-year unlimited mileage warranty. Machines look very good out here in the sunlight. This is well, it's pushing the end of September. I guess this is the third full weekend of the month of September. So that would make today September 21, 2019. You are viewing the side-by-side comparison of the 2019 Ural CT on the left and the 2007 Ural Tourist LX there on the right. No, I do not have a script in my hand. I always ad-lib these. So if there's some errors in them, we hopefully will catch those prior to publishing the video. But if you do trip across something, yep, you know, we're human. We can make mistakes too. So. And as you can see, we always like to add a little bit of levity to our videos. Don't need to be serious all the time with everything, so. And we'll step back so you can see these from a little bit of a distance. Of course, it's getting late in the afternoon, and the shop's, of course, closed now on Saturday afternoon. We close at 2 o'clock, open 9 to 2 on Saturdays. And you'll see another difference there that they've upgraded to is the step. The step on the CT does have the rubber step there, whereas on the 2007, we'll buzz across the top here and go over to the 2007. That was the steel chrome step, chrome plated. See there? And you'll notice it's the sidecar frame on the CTs, a little bit different. See how the fender mounts there. 2-position mount on the fender. 3-position mount, I guess, because there's the mount point in the front. Same over here. 3-position mount. Of course, you see the chrome light housings there. Same lights as what's used on the new ones. 2007 was a banner year for the Ural Motorcycle Company. They did a lot of changes, a lot of upgrades. It was a very good year. And I don't just say that because that's the first big year that we sold them. You know, like I say, I've been selling them since late 06. But 2007 was a very good year. Great machines. So how did we originally get involved with the Ural motorcycles? Well, we were pedaling around, mounting some sidecars and doing some odds and ends. And then the quality of the Ural motorcycle got to the point where we thought, you know, for the amount that somebody's going to spend mounting a sidecar for just running around town or tooling around the 2-lane roads, they could have a factory-equipped outfit ready to go. Back in 2006, I'd seen an ad or an article in, I think it was Consumer News. There's a gentleman doing a test on a Patrol, green Patrol, as a matter of fact, woodland green. Actually, check that. That was a garden green Patrol, recalling from memory. It's been a few days. So we traveled around, tried checking them out, and then saw that there was a void to be filled selling the new Ural products. So we took the dealership on and started selling them. Been around them ever since. They're, of course, not your traditional motorcycle. You know, it takes a different individual to purchase a Ural and to own one. We like to think of ourselves as a little bit quirky. Nothing wrong with that. Of course, I am a southpaw, so left-handed individual. And we find that about 80 to 85% of our customers are actually lefties, so kind of a little tidbit there. Of course, don't want to make the video too much longer. I'm going to have to get a drink of water, getting a little thirsty from talking so much, but nonetheless, these are the two units. Both are available. One's a brand new 2019 Ural CT on the right, and then a pre-owned 2007 Ural Tourist LX there on the left as the camera adjusts since I'm turned around to the west. Of course, we are located out in the country. Our dealership is outside of Eaton, Ohio, 20 miles west of Dayton, about 15 miles south of Interstate 70. We're due west of I-75, 60 miles north of Cincinnati, due north of the Ohio River. You can come right up 127 through Hamilton, Fairfield, Hamilton area, and then peel off there in Camden off of 127. Or you can peel off on 503 and run 503 up, pick up Quaker Trace Road, and you're at our shop. Very simple to get to. Doesn't take all that long from Cincinnati, Columbus, Dayton. We've got had a gentleman earlier this week. He picked up a unit and went back to Toledo, Ohio, so rode it all the way back. And we do take trades, take everything from scooters, four-wheelers, ATVs, side-by-sides, all that good stuff we'll take in on trade. And out here in farm country, we may even take chickens, eggs, tomatoes, whatever we may need to eat. So, kind of a joke, a little bit more levity. And the one thing that we're most impressed with this side-by-side comparison is how close of a match the paint finish is. It's almost like they were painted side-by-side on the production line. Very good quality painting. And of course you can see here on the 07 how everything holds up over time. Like I say, the gentleman did take care of his rig, kept it clean, stored in a heated garage. If you leave them set outside, you ride them in the salt, you don't clean them up, you leave them set out. Even if you do ride them in the salt, you're going to get some oxidation. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. You know what the salt does to your car. If you ever get up underneath your car and look, even though you may think it looks pretty good on the outside, up underneath, if you live in a climate where we run salt on the roads to keep them from icing, that's what you're going to get. So just keep that in mind. It is a lot of fun to take your Ural out in the snow. A lot of new owners this time of year, getting into October, November, they're looking forward to riding them year-round. I personally ride them year-round. There was one time when I rode every day, didn't touch a car for almost a year. So that was kind of cool. Tried to ride them in the winter as well, commute back and forth. Ridden in 20 below, ridden in 110 degrees out west, so much rather ride in the cold than ride in the heat. So the Ural will perform very well in the cold weather. And to close, on the left side, 2019 Ural CT, and on the right, 2007 Ural Tourist LX with only 4,400 kilometers. Heindel Motorcycle Sales, Eaton, Ohio. Thanks for watching. Look for the big red door.